If you want to know when you should pay your deposit and how to get it all back, then stay tuned. 5. Holding deposit. This is payable to the estate agent or landlord to reserve a rental property before you sign the tenancy agreement. A holding deposit is 1 week's rent and cannot exceed this legal limit. You will forfeit the deposit if you decide not to rent the house anymore, give wrong information during the pre-tenancy checks, or if you don't pass the right to rent immigration check. You will get your holding deposit back if the landlord decides not to rent, or it becomes part of the tenancy agreement if the rental has been agreed to go ahead. 4. Tenancy deposit. This is payable to the estate agent or landlord during the period when you are signing the tenancy agreement. A tenancy deposit is 5 weeks rent where the annual rental is less than £50,000 and 6 weeks rent where the annual rent is more than £50,000 and cannot exceed this legal limit. The estate agent should make arrangements for the deposit to be held in a government approved tenancy deposit scheme. You should find out which one they are using and make sure you're comfortable with the arrangements. 3. Inspection. A responsible landlord should have an inventory report completed by an independent third-party company, and there will be interim inspections during the tenancy term. You should make sure the house is clean, tidy and well maintained ahead of the inspection. Make sure there are no obstructions which could cause sinks and drains to overflow, and remove any hazards that could cause a fire. It's a good time to ensure the house is in good working order and repairs have been completed to any structural, exterior, utility or sanitation issues. The better the outcome of the inspection, the easier it will be to get all of your tenancy deposit back at the end of your tenancy. I hope this is a great platform for you to comment your thoughts and experience so we can all learn from each other. 2. Checkout. There should be a checkout inspection and inventory report completed by the independent third-party company, and you should get a copy of your report. If you've complied with the terms of your tenancy agreement and you're returning the property in a similar condition to when you started the tenancy, you have made sure all of the rubbish belonging to you is all removed, all the house keys are returned, and you've complied with the notice period to vacate the property, and you've upheld all of your responsibilities as a tenant, paid all your bills, rent, and you've not damaged the house, then you can expect to get all of your tenancy deposit back. 1. Disputes. If there are any disputes, then your deposit scheme will keep your money safe until the dispute is resolved. You can raise a dispute with the tenancy deposit scheme, state the reasons for the dispute, and the landlord will have 2 weeks to respond. In an ideal world, the reasons you've put down is enough for the landlord to agree to release the full deposit back to you. In reality, they will either disagree or they may even ignore the notification to respond. The next step to resolve the issue will be to go to arbitration. This is where you would need to submit your evidence such as the checkout inventory report to show you've complied with the terms of the tenancy agreement. The landlord will have 2 weeks to respond so they can submit their evidence for arbitration to consider. If the arbitrator agrees with you, then you can expect the full tenancy deposit refunded to your bank account. There is no route for appeal, so if the landlord wants to take things further, then it will need to go to a small claims court if the value of the deposit is less than £10,000. I want to know what other tips you can share to make sure tenants get all the deposit back. Comment below and I'll catch you in the next one.